Just for the sake of this video, imagine that you're a father now. You have a kid and a wife, obviously. Please do not have kids without a wife. So yeah, you have a wife and a kid. He just turned 5 years old yesterday. You got him a birthday present and you got him a bicycle. Not a tricycle, which has 4 wheels, but the one which has 2 wheels and the one you have to balance yourself. You got him a bicycle when he turned 5 years old. He takes the cycle out today, and he or she, whatever, and tries to ride it. Obviously, riding a bicycle with just 2 wheels, it takes a lot of practice to learn. No one can just get on with cycling when they've got their first cycle. So he goes out, he practices, he tries sitting on the cycle, he manages to pedal, and then he falls down. He gets up again and he tries again, and he falls. He tries riding the cycle again and again, but he just can't seem to. Disheartened, he comes home to you and he tells you that, Dad, I'm not able to ride a bicycle. Maybe I shouldn't be doing it. I shouldn't learn it. It's probably not meant for me. In such a situation, what would you say to your kid? Would you tell him, it's okay son, you've got hurt, look at your legs, look at your knees, you've gotten hurt, just please do not try that again, it's okay, it's not meant for you? Or would you tell him, it's okay son, no problem, try it again tomorrow, put in the hard work, put in the practice, and you will eventually be successful at it. I promise you that. Just don't give up. You would probably choose the second option, right? You would ask your son to do it again and that he'll be successful one day. It's funny how this philosophy seems rational to you and me when it's just about a kid and a cycle. But the same philosophy, when it is concerning you and what you want to achieve, it seems irrational. Let's say you want to write a book. You start with writing articles. After a point you realize, after writing 2 to 3 articles, you realize that you're not so good at it. That maybe you suck. You're making a lot of mistakes here and there. That writing is probably not your cup of tea and you shouldn't be doing it anyways. So you stop. You just somehow rationalize it to yourself and tell yourself that you're not good at it when you have not even spent a lot of hours practicing the skill. Why don't you tell yourself the same statement when you fail at something in life that you would tell to your kid when he's trying to learn a bicycle? It's okay. No problem. Try it again tomorrow. You will eventually be successful one day. And I promise you that. Making mistakes is part of the process. You need to make mistakes in every aspect of your life, no matter what it is. May it be your relationship with your parents or your girlfriend, or even your siblings. May it be your friendships, or may it be in your career. You actually can't learn anything in life without making mistakes. I myself have made a lot of mistakes. I was a fat kid from the start. My weight was about 80 to 85 kilos when I was just 13 years old, and it was a lot for a 13-year-old. I looked ugly and I just couldn't fit into any clothes. And I always wanted to look good. I always wanted girls to look at me, like me. I always wanted guys to respect me. Anyways, I managed to lose a lot of fat and I started going to the gym. I improved my diet, but in the process I made a lot of mistakes, a shit ton of mistakes. There was a point where I lost a lot of weight. I lost about 10 kilos and I got very thin, and I really wanted to maintain that, but I just couldn't. I dieted down for 3 months to lose 10 kg of fat, and then I gained all of it again in just 1 month. 3 to 4 months of hard work, sweat, pain was just gone in 1 month. That was a huge mistake. But you know what? Just because of that mistake, I learned what are the right things that I should be doing in terms of losing fat, and especially what are the things I shouldn't be doing. I learned everything from taking the action, that is losing fat. I made all of the mistakes that I shouldn't have made. I examined my mistakes and I learned from them. And lastly, I'm repeating the process once again. And this time probably with less mistakes. So again, I am right now on a fat loss phase. I've gained a decent amount of muscle and I'm focusing on removing the excess fat from my body. And this time my fat loss is going smoother than ever. And I've lost 6 kgs of pure fat in just 8 weeks. And I'm continuing to lose more fat. And this formula applies to everything in life, no matter what field you are in, What are you trying to do in life? If you want to achieve success in any aspect of your life, this is just the process. This is the formula to be successful. You take action, you make mistakes, you make a shit ton of mistakes, you examine your mistakes, you learn from them, you understand where you're going wrong, and you start with the process all over again. And you would repeat this process over and over again until you're successful. And if you're smart enough, even after you're successful. I believe we can only be truly successful at anything in life if we are willing to fail at it and make a shit ton of mistakes. I'm sorry to say, but if you're not willing to make mistakes and you want to be perfect, you will never be successful. I'm just a 18-year-old kid from India who's trying to add value to your life. And I'm not a self-improvement guru, or I'm not any kind of expert. I'm none of those things. But I'm just taking action and sharing whatever information I have learned, either through reading books or my own experiences, and I'm just sharing that in a useful way. Like I told you, I made a shit ton of mistakes, but really from the bottom of my heart, I'm grateful for every single one of the mistake I have made, because that has got me to where I am today. All skill learning is accomplished by trial and error. By making a trial, missing the mark, consciously remembering the degree of error, and making the correction on the next trial, until finally a hit or a successful attempt is accomplished. A lot of my success mentality is derived from this book. If you really want to be successful, I highly recommend you reading this book if you haven't already. Okay, you might not be knowing what do you want to exactly do. Like, you may have a rough idea, like you want to write or you want to start making videos. You might not be sure about what kind of videos would you like to make or what kind of content would you like to write. And that's completely okay. Just take action and start out with something rather than just sitting and thinking about what can you start with. Start with the first idea you have in your mind. Just start. Don't think about a niche or a genre yet. Just start with whatever you feel like doing, because anyways no one is going to watch your content or read your article when you first publish it. Use that to know yourself. Trust me, ideas will only come to you when you start taking action, when you start making mistakes and learning from them. If you just sit around idle thinking about how would you like to do that particular thing or how would you like to shoot this particular video, you would never be able to make it. And even if you get a good idea someday, you won't take action on it because you haven't started yet. When you just take action, there will be a lot of negative experiences, a lot of negative comments, especially when you're trying to do something publicly. You will get a lot of criticism, but it really shouldn't stop you. Use those negative experiences, use those mistakes that you make. Instead of looking at them with resentment, look at them as important factors that contribute to being successful. Okay, whatever you want to achieve in life or be successful at, may it be playing a sport like football or cricket, may it be a career or studying a professional course, or may it be publishing videos on social media like YouTube or Instagram like I am doing right now. Whatever it is, whatever skill that is on your mind as you're watching this video, trust me, you should be taking a step towards achieving it, towards progressing at it. The formula remains the same. Take fucking action, make a lot of mistakes, make as many mistakes as possible. There are no limits. Make these mistakes, publish that video, publish that article, go through it again, start asking people around you for criticism. Examine your mistakes, learn from them, just really learn from your mistakes and do it again while keeping the mistakes in your mind. Write another article, publish another video. That's how you fucking use your mistakes to be successful. Don't let your mistakes hold you back. In fact, use them. Use your mistakes to be successful. A lot of people, because of their negative experiences, just because someone insulted them or because they sucked at something or they made a mistake, they hold themselves back. Please don't do that. Use your mistakes. Be smart. Use your mistakes. Learn from them and repeat this process over and over again until you're successful. Just imagine a person who decides to start a YouTube channel. He thinks of the perfect script, the perfect intro, the perfect editing, the perfect style, the perfect camera, everything. He just wonders about everything to be on point and he doesn't want to make any mistake. He's just always wondering. And the other person who genuinely loves the process and he doesn't mind making mistakes if it means doing something that he loves. Regardless of the mistakes he makes, regardless of the negative experiences or the negative comments, he just focuses on doing the work, learning from his mistakes and continuing. Who do you think will be more successful in 2 years? Exactly my point. I'm ending this one here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.